Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the QSRA tool in Nodes and Links to assign duration uncertainty, to run risk analysis, and even leverage AI to generate data-driven predictions based on past performance. So let's jump right in. The first step is to navigate to the risk screen, which can be found here underneath AI QSRA. So go ahead and click Risk. Now we've designed the screen to mirror the natural flow of a risk workshop. First, you assign duration uncertainty, then you map your risk events, and then finally you get your results. And in this video, we are going to focus on duration uncertainty. Now, traditionally running a QSRA can be time-consuming and complex, but in Nodes and Links, you can actually run a full risk analysis with just a single click, even if you're new to the process. All you have to do is hit this button here called AI Run. And the platform in this case will automatically assign duration uncertainty and run the full risk analysis for you. So just while that runs, let's talk about what's happening. Here at a high level, the AI learns from your project or your portfolio of projects in order to determine how activities have performed to date. And it then uses that information to provide predictions on how similar activities will perform in the future. So by incorporating AI into this process, we help you to remove bias and rely purely on what the data is telling you without the influence of things like external pressure or overly optimistic assumptions. And as you can see there in the output, our QSRA is built on industry standard principles. We use Monte Carlo simulations. We run thousands of iterations to model a wide range of possible outcomes and help you to identify your most probable schedule scenarios. And so the output there is a P-curve that plots out the P50, the P80, and the P95 positions. But where we really differentiate here is in speed and usability. So as you just saw, we've built one of the fastest QSRA engines available. This way you can quickly test different scenarios, you can iterate, and you can refine your analysis without having to wait around for results. Okay, so now let's take a closer look at duration uncertainty. So I'm going to click here for duration uncertainty. Assigning duration uncertainty certainly isn't limited to just using AI. You also have full control to define duration uncertainty manually. So at any point, you can toggle off AI either at the full project level or within the different levels of the WBS, and you can choose a risk template for that activity for yourself, something like a medium risk as you see here. You can even enter in a custom distribution directly. We've developed a number of ways to make sure this is a simple and easy process for you. First of all, you can collapse and expand the different levels of the WBS so you can easily get to the area that you'd like to focus on. Second of all, with templates, you can utilize our risk templates here. By simply clicking on the drop-down, you can assign a risk profile to an activity by choosing from one of these 5 templates, ranging all the way from low to medium, all the way to high. And if you want to customize these, just click here where it says Configure, where you can adjust each template to match your organization standards or the project needs. For example, here, the medium risk template is in orange. It's defined as holding a minimum of 90% of the duration, a probable of 100% of the duration, and a max of 110%. And of course, you can change the distribution as well. We also give you the ability to import risk profiles from a source schedule. So if you've already done all of that work, you can preserve that by simply clicking Import here, choose Risk Profile from Source Schedule, decide which schedule you'd like to pull from, and then simply click Import. So if you've already done this work before, of course, there's no need to start from scratch. Nodes and Links will automatically map those profiles to your current schedule. Now, to take this a step further, we've introduced inheritance. So you can see that column there that says Inherit. Inheritance allows activities to automatically adopt the duration uncertainty of their parent WBS. So instead of having to assign uncertainty on an activity by activity basis, you can actually define it at the highest level. For example, if you want to assign everything within procurement and fabrication to low medium, you can do that here at the top level. And then you'll see that if I expand that WBS, everything that has the checkbox turned on will inherit the low medium risk setting. And this allows you to define the risk profile of large portions or even the entire project in just a few clicks. Now, in addition to inheritance, you can also grab a selection of activities and mass assign them duration uncertainty. So earlier we demonstrated running a full AI analysis, but you can also use AI more selectively. So for example, you might want to rely on AI to determine what duration uncertainty you should hold for activities managed by a particular subcontractor, maybe your steel subcontractor. So I can easily filter for any activity names, in this case, maybe that contain the words erect steel, right? And I click apply and it's going to find all of those activities for me. From here, I can select all of those activities, or I can choose, one by one, which ones I'd like to apply. And what I'm going to do at this point is just batch assign all of these to an AI prescribed duration uncertainty. So let's do that. So you're going to select the items and you're going to choose assign values, and I'm going to choose duration uncertainty. And here underneath distribution, I'm actually going to choose the AI recommended distribution. You can see that with the nodes and links icon there. So let's go ahead and click assign values. And when I do that, you'll notice that the numbers change to blue, indicating that AI is deciding these values. And the distribution also changes to show that AI is determining it. So in this example, your intuition, right, might have been to hold the medium risk for the steel columns here, for example. I'll toggle that off to see what that looks like. So in this case, deterministic schedule says hold 3 days. Medium risk says hold between 2 and 3 days, right? And if I toggle on the AI recommendation, you can see that based on the past performance of activities that look like this one, we recommend that you hold between 4 and 6 days. So as you can see, we are fully transparent with the AI's outputs, and you don't have to use it everywhere. You can use it as much or as little as you want. So now that we've adjusted the duration uncertainty, let's rerun the analysis. And to do that, I'm going to click this blue button here that says run. We're going to talk about mitigation strategies in the next video. So for the purpose of this one, let's run without mitigation. And just while that runs, it's important to note, AI is not here to replace your expertise, but to complement it. Because even with efficient tools, there's a practical limit to how many activities a person can realistically manage, right? Most people have a good handle on a few hundred activities, but most schedules have multiple thousands of activities. And that is where AI can help to fill the gap. So there you can see I have the P curve that's been generated. I'm currently looking at this at the activity level, and we can, of course, climb up the tree and see how this impacts different areas of the project. And that is it. The duration uncertainty feature in Nodes and Links gives you an easy way to define risk, whether you prefer manual control, structured templates, AI-driven predictions, or a combination of all of the above. We are here to help. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching.